Gathered friends, listen again to our legend of the Bionicle. Hello everyone, it's Maisie, and here on Amaja-Nui Tales, we will be checking out all of the different locations within the Matoran universe and beyond. Today, we will be learning about the region and planet of Aqua Magna. The region of Aqua Magna was a gigantic, deep ocean on the planet of Spherus Magna that later became its own planet after Spherus Magna shattered into fragments. Also known as the Great Sea or Endless Ocean, it was here where the Great Spirit Maisie later crash-landed before he could fulfill his destiny. The region originally had no land masses. However, 2 islands later appeared after the Great Spirit robot smashed into the sea. Orbiting around the world were numerous moons and rocky fragments. After the robot's crash landing, the mysterious red star was in a geostationary orbit above the surface of the planet. The planet of Aqua Magna orbited the star Solus Magna and had day and night cycles. The ocean was home to an assortment of fully organic creatures, including giant sea monsters, squid, like the vampiric sea squid, eels, insects, fish, and even birds. These waters later became home to various aquatic rahi and mutated species after the crash landing of the Great Spirit. While the Great Spirit robot laid on the sea floor, radiation emitted from the robot affected the waters nearby to become mutagenic, transforming anyone who had a prolonged exposure to the sea. In the distant past, the Great Sea spanned across the planet of Spherus Magna and was southwest from the desert region of Bara Magna. An Agori named Salmad came across the ocean in search of a trade route and commented on its beauty and majesty. This region was later ruled by the Element Lord of Water and was where he built a fortress. When Spherus Magna fractured into pieces, Aqua Magna became its own planet and started orbiting the star of Solus Magna. Smaller fragments from the disaster also started orbiting the planet. No Glatorian or Agori survivors were ever found on Aqua Magna. For many millennia, the ocean planet was peaceful, and native animals thrived in its waters. As the Great Spirit robot returned to complete its mission, the robot was struck with a virus, which sent it crashing into the surface of Aqua Magna. The impact shook and damaged the inside of the robot, causing an event called the Great Cataclysm. During this malfunction, the region of Voya-Nui was launched out of the robot and became its own island on the surface of the planet. A prison on the inside of the robot called the Pit was shattered open and was flooded, resulting in the deaths of many prisoners. Those who survived were transformed by the mutagenic waters around them. As the robot rested under the water, its camouflage system was triggered, which led to the creation of a new island on the ocean. This island was later called Amaja-Nui, named after the Great Spirit himself. The red star began orbiting Aqua Magna to wait for the day when Amaja-Nui woke up. The robot remained underwater for about 1,000 years. The island of Voya-Nui floated on the surface of the ocean for a while, before it was anchored down by the sunken city of Mari-Nui. As part of the mission to awaken Amaja-Nui, Voya-Nui was eventually sent back inside the robot, destroying Mari-Nui along the way. When the Great Spirit robot finally woke up again, with the spirit of Bakuta Pterodax in control, the island of Amaja-Nui was destroyed in the process. The robot later departed Aqua Magna. Elsewhere, the spirit of Amaja-Nui was in control of a prototype robot on the desert planet of Bara Magna. Using his powers, he started pulling Aqua Magna and other fragments towards him to reform Spherus Magna. However, his attempt was interrupted by Pterodax and the 2 giant robots fought. Gravity attacks from both robots eventually led Aqua Magna to collide with the other fragments and recreate Spherus Magna. Some underwater creatures may not have survived this process. After Pterodax was defeated, Amaja-Nui used his powers to restore the planet, causing the underwater flora to flourish and curing the remaining mutated beings in the Great Sea. Once the Great Spirit robot was dismantled, Manitoa of Water assisted in transferring aquatic rahi and species from the inside of the robot to Aqua Magna. Soon after, a powerful golden-skinned being created a fortress along the rocky coastline of Aqua Magna for the ruthless Skakdi army to reside.
If you'd like to see more tales, check out our channel and our videos. Thank you so much for watching. This is the way of the Bionicle.